That's number two. And you being an example to them, you being an example to them is number one. My question is, what is the first subject that they usually have in the morning? I'm sorry, what is that? Math. Alright. Or difference again. Let's start probably with Filipino. The Filipino teacher comes inside. Okay, the Filipino in the first thing in the morning, Filipino comes inside. Filipino teacher comes inside and then she says, "Alright, ating pag-aaralan ngayong umaga ang mga paksa at pasimuno. Ito ang so on so forth." That's lecturing. How many kilos? 7. 7. The next teacher, English. Today we're going to learn about subject and predicate. That's lecturing. How many kilos? 14. Science teacher comes in. Define science. Science is the study of blah blah, so on and so forth. That's another lecture. 21 kilos. How many subjects in a day? 8 times 7. Imagine that kilo inside the bag of your students. Would they like to move around? Would they like to learn? I don't think so. The bag is too heavy. If you do lecturing always in your class, the memory retention is only 5%. I'm going to talk about alternative teaching approaches. Let's see how much of this lecture you would remember afterwards. The problem is, we have been boring our students for a very long time. We have been boring them with all the lectures and the readings and everything. Okay? You might be saying, Narabay Nilikrama in one of my talks, by the way, I encourage you to ask questions along the way. It's fine with me. Okay? Now, one teacher will go, "Sir, it's okay for you to talk about alternative teaching approaches. You come from a rich university. You have cameras, you have all the stuff that you need." I said, "No. I'm going to teach you ways that you could do inside a public school classroom that you think are not possible to do." We've been boring our students for a long time. When you make things more engaging and relevant for students, it's amazing what they'll come up. And I will show you later on what they have come up for me when I left them to do things on their own. But first, this one. The first thing that you could do, especially school administrators, you overlook this one. Classroom colors. Classroom colors. What are the colors of your classrooms? And you know what that color represents? The favorite color of your mayor. Or any politician supporting your public school. That's their color, right? Colors have a big effect in the learning of our students. Why do you think that the blackboard has been changed to green? It used to be black. It used to be black. Why do you think it has been changed to green?
Green is light.
Because green is less stressful to the eyes. That's why it has been changed to green. Another thing that school administrators usually forget are the tables and chairs. Now, these are the things that most of the time students and teachers spend time on. You want your students to listen to you, to give full attention to you. The problem is, they are not comfortable where they are seated. Okay? Gumagoba ka ng mga lingkuranan, sir. Ang sama ka naman, nakakaglansang na nakagawas niya. And probably you might do something about it. Murang mga tag-rally, pasadaan ba? Sige lang tag-grabiha, grabiha, grabiha. Yung wata ka ba sa itong gralihan? Ay, niagis na ka, niya na sa ka. Kung sa din na, wala, basta grabiha. Ating sa ka, grabiha, grabiha. Do something about it. Pamanday na di mo ha. Pamanday mo, if you're really passionate about doing things. Now, how do colors affect the learning ability of students? First and foremost, you need to take note of this. 80% of information, 80% of the information is through visual. Right? Students gather the information visually, 80%. Colors help. Why? Because colors create creativity. The color green inspires creativity. Why do you think what's the name? Stories for books for kids are colored? Diba? It inspires creativity. It brings life. Color increases intelligence. And I'm going to tell you something that is supported by fact. Kids who are exposed to colorful classrooms have higher points in IQ. How much? 15 points higher than average kids who are not exposed to classrooms that are colored. 15 points. And kids that are exposed to classrooms that are black and white line have lesser points in IQ. 15 points lesser. And that's a fact. That is a fact. Okay? A little red is stimulating, but too much becomes